I'm in love with the new Tuff blocks that came with Minecraft's 1.21 update. So much in fact that my Tuff blocks constantly looks like this. Today, I want to fix our Tuff shortage by building a Tuff castle housing a Tuff farm inside. Not only will I be building the first proper create farm in this world, we are also adding on to the lore, as our castle will act as a defensive stronghold for the valley. So if you're as excited for this castle build as I am, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as it helps me out a ton. But we should probably get to work. So let's grab up a bit of gravel and some dirt. And we might as well grab our leftover coarse dirt, crafting that into even more coarse dirt. We'll also grab up some spruce. And then with these blocks, starting work on continuing our current path that will lead to the Tuff castle we'll be building today. Eventually, it will stretch far beyond that and out of the valley. But today we end at the castle, which is going to act as a defensive center for the entire valley. But now while our path is in, it's also floating, so I'm grabbing my shovel and a whole bunch of dirt to connect it into the ground so it's not as ugly. Riding back through the valley, I've also added in some custom trees around, and isn't that much nicer? It's still floating. Right, isn't it much nicer with it not floating? Because it's not floating here, it's connected into the ground here, and it's floating over there too. Yeah, I didn't connect it all over the place. I connected it in a few areas. I'm not going to connect it down into this area just yet because I'm not really sure what I want to do down here. But I did connect it up over here, and then I eventually want to bring in a lake in this little indented area here. So I'm just leaving the path floating for now so that I can eventually transition that into the lake and I don't have to do the work twice. But the lake is for the future, as now I want to shift my focus to materials. And well, we will be needing a lot of Tuff for this Tuff castle. So I'm heading down into the mine to mine some up. And while it was quite tough to mine all the Tuff, I'm next on to the deep slate, as building a castle out of just Tuff would be a little bland. There are two blocks which I really want to get my hands on for this project, and those are horn coral and mud. I'm yet to find a mangrove swamp, and I don't want to spend ages with a water bottle, so I want to spend a bit more time searching around the desert I found in the last episode. I was about to give up my search when I spotted this mangrove swamp in the distance, so let's grab up as much mud as we can carry. With our chest both stocked with mud, I can yet again shift my focus and gather up 12 stacks of dead horn coral, single-handedly destroying yet another ecosystem in Minecraft. Probably not something I should be proud of, but I have a lot of coral blocks to build with, and the coral blocks are so good, and I'm so excited to use them. To continue our material gathering, I want to grab the Tuff we mined earlier and spend a bunch of time to turn all of that Tuff into our different shapes and textures. Threw that all into the box, crafted down our deep slate, threw in our horn coral and our mud as well. Next up, I want to prep. Let's see, that's 9 and that should be 16. I want to age all of these down to exposed. Careful not to do them twice. Do I have any honeycomb? I've got 8. Please give me your honeycomb. Thank you. Actually, a lot in here. Ooh, mine these back down and into wax exposed copper grades. That's double of what I needed. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure I'll have a use for it. I also just want to take 2 copper ingots and craft those into some bars. Ooh, one more thing. The all important lightning rods. Got most of the materials gathered up now, but there are a few I'm still missing. First of all, just a short trip down into the mine. We'd just like to run over into the cave. I'll to grab a little bit of dripstone and not be blown up by a sneaking creeper. A stack should do, and now that I think about it, I also just need a little more andesite. Not for alloy, just I need a little more for building, and I don't need more than 16. Just gotta grab my hard hat. As the final 2 blocks are in the very inhospitable nether spawn that I have. Let's find our way up into the fortress where, right, I did block that off because I couldn't get back last time. Now just looking at a map real quick, this is probably the closest warp forest, and I need to make it over there, which is on the other side of the lava lake. Oh, actually we might be able to find a pretty good way over there. Oh, there's so many wither skeletons though. All those wither skeletons, but not a single skull. Okay, well, I guess I'll actually go to the root forest now, unless Aha! Final one. Not a fan that I have to fight for survival every single time I want to go somewhere in the nether. Made it. Let's grab a few logs. That definitely should be enough. And let's just grab a bit of nylium and some mushrooms. And I can just grow more if I were to need it. But let's head back home now. Made it back alive, and I'm currently moving the final inventory of blocks over to the castle build site. On the way back, I had to take a little detour under the lava lake, and I did manage to find 2 ancient debris, which I even took a little picture with. All my tools right now are on the brink of death, except my axe. So the first thing I want to do is, of course, clear a bunch of trees to make sure that we have enough space to build this castle. All of those trees shut down, and we got a bunch more oak and very few trees with just some leaves decay now. So to kick things into gear, I want to grab up a bunch of our deep slate blocks. Starting right here, we'll go up 30, put a stair on that, and I should also have some temporary blocks, I'm realizing. Just gonna use some stone. Then what we do from this is some upside down stairs. And now that I think about it, that actually needs to be a brick. And under that, a few cobble deep slate until we get to the corner, which again, deep slate bricks. Slab, continue 2 cobble deep slate, and then we'll eventually get that in. But we first bring this up, just like we have over here, for even more support. Replicated that on this side, just a little lower as... Oh, I not fully replicated it. Just a little lower as, well, the ground is lower on this side. Then we've got a lot of blocks to place today, so I swiftly want to extend up the tower walls with our first block palette. Mud towards the bottom, transitioning through coral into tuff. I'm also bringing out a little side structure for better defensive capabilities. There's also a few slits down here in the wall itself where archers could stand, and now I want to move on to that top. Don't mind the back wall. This is one of those moments where I tell you to just trust the process. Don't mind the wall behind me here either. Trust the process, okay? First of all, just temporary block, and then we're going to bring out some polished tuff stairs. On top of those, we do chisel tuff, bringing out a stair on this edge and a slab here in the middle. We then go into chisel tuff bricks before extending out some stairs where our walls will be resting on. Then to continue from the side of this, we'll do a slab into wall along with chisel tuff bricks. We'll do stair, and in the middle here, we'll just bring out the chisel tuff again. Ooh. Actually, wait, hold up. Let's get in an extra slab on the bottom of that. And then we just replicate this over this direction. Final little thing with that side in is just a little upper part here in the middle. Now just to continue this around on all sides. On top of this, I do actually want to start another stone structure, this time a lot lighter than the one below. And I guess we do have mud in the one below, but we'll just be following the outline here. Before just topping this off, I do want to add in just a few details with some window shutters on the outside and just windows. Quickly just shove some walls in the outer corners just to round it off a little bit. With our walls finished off, I just want to grab some copycat panels here on the inside and copper grates just to make the windows a little more supported and make them look a little more defended. I'm not quite sure, but it looks really good from the outside. Something I usually struggle with in castles is that I use copper grates and stuff like that for my windows, and usually a block sticks out. But if you use the copycat panels, it's only this much and you can still make an interior. Does that mean I'm going to make an interior? No. That it's still an interior as well. But the important thing is I can. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the roof for now because I'm not feeling like it. Instead, I want to kick off our bridge, getting in the 2 main supporting structures of it. The bridge is looking great, but we've of course got to add in our arch. Start on this side, extending ourselves up here, and no temporary blocks. Just need one as we transition into some stairs. I guess I could have used the block and broken it, but shush. Continue this up and then start our archway properly here. Now that I am reaching a little higher up here, I want to just incorporate and switch out our blocks for our tiles as they give us a darker color, and actually break those full blocks as well. We need these. And let's take a quick little step back, and yeah, that's definitely a good start to the arch. Just gotta fill in the other side. With the main arch in, it's still very thin, so I'm adding in a little bit of extra tuff and cobblestone just to support the bridge even more. I'm just finishing up the battlements or the wall of the bridge up here, and it just feels like I'm missing a block. And I think I know what block I want to use there, but we're gonna have to go and grab it because I don't have it on me. Before we can get our hands on this block, however, I need to repair my tools as well. They're kind of all on the brink of death. Currently, the only way I have of getting a good amount of XP in a short amount of time is my villagers. And while I have one villager that trades me emeralds, so it's not the fastest, but I'm hoping I can repair my tools. I should probably breathe up a few more of these, but hey. So we trade up that, we get 30 emeralds, and we repair half the pickaxe. And we get my lanterns from this guy. Did they work? They just end? Oh, yep. Now it's just waiting, I guess. Tools repaired, and well, almost. Did also spend a little bit of time just improving the villager setup just a tad. But I'll leave that for now and head into the nether, as this is where we're gonna find the block I want to finish off our bridge. Just gonna step down this mine and run over this direction. Also, very much gonna enjoy using this basalt and blackstone in the future. As for now, I just want to do a lot of boring digging. Actually, don't mind grabbing the gravel. I do need gravel. Oh, there we go. Finally found some. And it's one. One. Is that all? Oh, okay. Guess we'll keep digging. Another one. 2. Ooh, 3. Nice. All I need is 2. And there's 2. Oh, there's 3 even. Perfect. We can head back home. Back safely in the overworld. Let's just run up to the house. Quickly just depot all of these. Just grab a piece of coal, hop down to the blast furnace, and let's blast this up. While we are waiting for that, we can go ahead and grab our gold. Then I just quickly want to grab a few stone blocks. Let's see, 16. Turn those into chiseled stone bricks. Back in the box, run down here, and okay, just gotta wait for the last 2. 1,000 years later. And they're done. Grabbing those, crafting those up into some netherite. First netherite. And what else is there to do with netherite but to craft 2 lodestones? I can't really think of any better way to use it, but do let me know in the comments down below if you can think of one. Oh, and while we are on the topic of commenting things, if you have a name suggestion for the valley, I'd love to hear your suggestions down below. There will eventually be a village here which will have its own name, but I also just want a name for the valley itself, because right now I've just been calling it the valley. That's why you don't have floating paths. But at least we don't have to worry anymore, as we can just put the lodestones in here and actually finish off the bridge. Yeah. Nice. Now just onto the castle. So that doesn't happen. Another gray block in a gray build. That was definitely worth 2 netherite. Doing the trading earlier gave me an idea, because I've got a lot of bricks now. Just quickly ran into the mines to grab up a few dripstone blocks and a little more granite. Craft up a few campfires. And then I've crafted up a few other wood supplies. And I also need rooted dirt, which I'm actually excited to start using more and more, because I did add a recipe to make it, although I haven't updated the mod. It will just be mixing dirt with hanging roots in a mixer. Super simple, and it means I can use more rooted dirt in my builds, which is amazing. I think with this deep slate here, I've got most everything I need. I'd like a bit more dirt, but I don't actually have it. And I'd like stone, which I also have very little of. Okay, guess before we can get the building, I actually need to do a little bit of mining. Let's start running these over, and then we'll head over to the mountain and do a little bit of digging. And for those of you that don't already know, I plan to be tearing this entire mountain down, so I'm getting a head start by mining blocks when I need them to build. Few more blocks dug on the big dig, and we've got an inventory of blocks to use. Eventually we'll kick this project into high gear, but I have no real rush considering we have about 100 blocks to go, and if I were to just rush it, I would just get burnt out. So something I'll just be chewing on in the background as I need more blocks to build. To kick this next part off, I just want to grab some dirt and stone and just start getting a little bit of a raised foundation, or raised rocks I should say, for the castle itself to just rest on. eventually what I want to turn this like little back area here, which is currently going to be flying, is like a little castle garden. And I want to work on the kitchen right now. You may wonder if there's any way to tell that it is a kitchen. No, there won't be, but it will be because I said so. We've already started here working ourselves upwards, but let's bring in some defenses again. Nope, not upside down like that. Continue this across, and I think we'll have enough space for 3 of these. Then we can bring in our polished granite and our granite. Right up here at the top, I want to bring in some stairs, and this is going to be the bottom of our first windows. And just bring out some jungle buttons and get those 1 block below the windows, I think. Right there. Brought the wall up here behind me a little bit, and continuing the side wall up. Realizing now it would have been smart for me to grab some of the blocks as well that I wanted to use for the floor in here, but I guess we'll just use some dirt. So I just want to bring myself over to the windows, grab our spruce, campfires, crimson, and scaffolding. Take a spruce right on the outside right here. Then we do a campfire up top, which we can probably extinguish soon. How am I going to get this to open the right way? Okay, finish the rest of the window, which is just some scaffolding and some crimson trapdoors. On these big windows over here, I want to bring out our copycat panels, ladders, light gray, and then, well, yeah, the same mix. And how are we gonna do this? Okay, I think we need to get this in first. And then I guess I'll pop around to the outside, but we can just put some glass in right there. Head out our door, which is missing a door. Scaffolding. And then on purpose, this one's simpler, as I want to bring up a staircase here, which is why I haven't textured this. And I just don't want to block in really anything. Forgot that there wasn't a wall here now, considering that the entire castle is done. So we can just pop by on the outside, add in our ladders, fence gates, and then our campfires up top. That's not my axe. No, shovel. Might as well also just add in a shutter. And then I think I still have the buttons on me. Yes, I do. For those. Let's get ourselves up on the roof. First of all, we gotta complete these. Then bringing out our polished granite stairs. I want to stretch these across the top right here. This is going to be our start of our roof. Just to finish this off here, we'll use some blocks as well. I want a wall here, so it would be weird having a little hole in it. On the end then, let's see. We'll go up 2 polished granite here. Get some granite in the middle. Can I just yoink some brick, dripstone, brick, and then dripstone to finish that off. We'll just go up with our polished granite around this. Then if we bring out our walls, our fence, and our stairs, we do an upside down stair, wall, fence. And then we just continue doing this upwards. And that finishes it off. Already done it on the other side, added in some buttons, and now let's bring out our deep slate. Just start laying this in here, just doing a healthy mix of it. I'm gonna try to do it in patches as best as I can, but it doesn't really matter since it's such similar. It's just something that breaks it off mixing them instead of it being pretty boring with just cobble deep slate or just bricks. And then to finish the final part of the roof, we're just gonna add in some iron bars, and that's the kitchen building done. Now that I'm thinking about it, we should probably add a chimney, but we'll do that in the future. As I want to do a bit of terraforming to ensure that this side of the castle won't be floating, doing that by adding in some rock shapes using just stone and then laying some grass above. Down what is currently a forest, and I think these rocks, at least the shape, looks pretty good. Definitely need some texturing and to continue them, but for now, the kitchen is supported, and we have somewhat of... It's starting to take shape, at least. But I wanted to get distracted again. And I've thought about something. And well, this is my 3rd season of hardcore. And in the last 2 worlds, I've been against using totems. Just because I think when you add totems into hardcore, you kind of turn it into survival. But I've also realized that this world means a lot to me, and I really hate to lose it. I really hated to lose my last world because I had a lot of plants, and I have even more plants in this world. So I want to get a totem. I'm not going to have a million totems on me at all times, so I can't just hot swap them out if I do start dying. It is just one chance to save my life if something stupid happened, like a creeper that I don't hear. I would actually just like to prepare a little bit for this, just in case something were to go wrong. And so I think I have a melon. Did I not grab a single melon? I have the seeds. Oh, got one instantly. Okay, nice. And I should be able to just combine this with a little bit of gold to make, yes, glistening melons. I rarely use potions, but I just really don't want something to go wrong here. I should have water bottles or glass bottles. Fill those up. Those in there, and wait, hold up. Do you need... Why? Oh, awkward potions, yes. And I think... Yes, I did grab nether warts. Just gonna craft up a few more golden apples. I've not taken on a Woodland Mansion in so long and I am terrified. I'm probably over prepping, but I'd rather over prep than die. Okay, I don't really have a bow, so I'm just gonna grab an unenchanted one, and that will have to do because I don't really want to go get levels. Let's just finish brewing this. I want to make this into splash potions, but I don't have any glowstone and no real way of making it right now, so I'll just have to do this because I can't be bothered going into the nether and grabbing it. All right, potions brewed, apples ready, blocks, food. Let's hop on Buckle and start journeying north, as that's going to be where we find the Woodland Mansion. Here we are. Okay, Buckle. If I don't see you again, be free, okay? But I'll be back. I'll be back. I promise. Okay? On surprise. Oh, skeletons. I can't even take out skeletons. This is embarrassing. Oh, not you, though. I don't think they respawn, so if we just take it slowly, we should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna eat a golden apple in preparation. Just feel safer. Ooh, Vex armor trim. Ooh, and more golden apples. Nice. Hey, why are these rooms so dark? It's so bad with loot. Ooh, Vexes? Or no, not Vexes. Allies. These rooms are so odd. I've not looted one of these in ages. I'd like quickly just get some more torches, because I should have brought more, but I forgot. Like, why do they just have giant rooms with chests with nothing in them? I don't get it. Oh, what is this? What on earth? What? I've never seen that before. Okay, first floor done. Let's head up to the second one. Hopefully we can get our hands on a totem soon, because then this whole experience becomes a lot safer. Oh god! Okay, okay, that's where they all were. Oh my god! That was not okay. Hey, Buckle, I'm still alive. Just terrified. That was just not okay. Okay, I'm gonna eat another golden apple in preparation. They are so terrifying. I hate them. Okay, so that's 2 evokers. Now I want to try to get them without them spawning their Vexes, because I absolutely hate the Vexes. The Vexes are the worst thing in this game. Okay, we got one. Wait, they have iron swords and they're so tiny and you can't hit them and you can't see them. They're flying through walls. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh no, there's more. Okay, we need to take out the other evoker. We also need to get this totem and equip it. And murder you. Okay. We're fine. Take you out. I hate them. I hate them so much. This is literally a horror game. This is worse than the Warden. 100 times. Okay. I have a totem. I have a backup totem. I think there's one more evoker down this way. And I'd like to get like at least 1 extra totem. Like I have 1 extra. But maybe I just leave. Like I don't really want to stay. I'm good actually. It has been enough. Because I saw one at the end of the hall. Oh yeah, here he is. Okay, we got him. 3 Vexes we can deal with. That's fine. If I can see them. Okay, 3 totems. I'm out of here. I can't. My heart rate can't take this. I gotta get out of here. I didn't use my healing potions, which I'm happy about. But I mean, I was terrified. I won't lie to you. Oh, I did not like that. Bye. I know there's like another floor with even more of them, but honestly, I don't need more totems. I just need 1, maybe 2. Oh, Buckle, I'm alive. We're going home. I don't want to step foot in there again. Probably will in the future, but not now. Arriving back home from that terrifying trip, I think I've had enough distractions for today. Now, moving over to the castle, I just have a little feeling that there's a few more blocks waiting for me so that I can continue building. Totally didn't spend 1.5 hours gathering those. No. So with these resources that totally magically appeared, I want to build the first few walls of the castle to encase what eventually will be our courtyard, kicking us off with the gate connecting to the bridge along with finishing the bridge itself. For these walls, I'm using the same palette as the tower across the dale, going from our mud up into our tuff and then incorporating a corner tower. Finally, to finish off our walls and be ready to move on to our living quarters and mainly the tough farm I want to build into the castle, I'm adding in the main gate with a simple little gatehouse on top. And before we do get cracking on the tough farm, I do actually want to get started on the courtyard, where I want to create a few layers in here by just adding in a few tough bricks, bringing ourselves up to where we have the chests at the moment. Bring in another line of tough behind here, filling in our little gaps and bringing this all down. Then I'd like to just leave a little opening here for a little horse stables, something like that for now, and then we'll take out the floor in this area, as well as I want to bring in coarse dirt instead. I would like to bring in some normal and rooted dirt as well, but I'm afraid the grass around us is going to spread. But for now we can just bring this in, and I'll texture it later once we have the rest of our surroundings complete and hopefully this grass out. But let's move up to our second layer of the courtyard, or area. I don't really know what to call it, where we bring ourselves over to this door. Then I even want to introduce a third layer, and this is actually, well, I guess it's kind of a courtyard. It will be right up here, and we bring in our chisel tough bricks again. Well, this will be the entrance to, well, the tough farm, but technically the throne room of the castle. Clean it up a little bit moving down here, and also added in some boulders on the outside. That's looking a little flat, but the texturing, it's fine. It's just, it's not floating. That's the important bit. But now I'd actually like to, I'm forgetting I need my pickaxe, because I want to go mining, as I need more iron to make all of the create components, some anvils and some cauldrons for the farm and the castle itself, because I feel like it's time for the create farm now, my first proper create farm in this world. And so I just need to do a lot of crafting, and I have a fair amount of resources, so let's see what we can make. And this is about as far as I got with the resources I had right now. I am basically out of iron. So before we go and do some mining, I do want to do a little more crafting, because I did also realize that I need I need crushing wheels, and I do not have a setup for that yet. So we need to make some more brass, craft up 9 crafting tables, make ourselves another 9 electron tubes. Just gotta wait for the iron. Crafting those into crafters. We need to keep 4 of these for our farm, and then 21 we can make the crushing wheel with. And ooh, I don't think I have enough andesite alloy. Oh, wait, we can make it of zinc and andesite, which I don't have either. But I do have diorite. Let's see. Very temporary for now. We'll just place it down here where I have some things already. We got a little path for our water wheel. This is going to be spinning very, very slowly, but that's fine. We then just grab a cogwheel, and then let's see, barrel, and all our mechanical crafters eventually end up in this. Scuffed crafter, like always, to start us off with, but it will work. So we can just fill it with some andesite alloy and create our very first crushing wheels. This one's also very, very true. While we are waiting for that and we are preparing to go out and mine, I want to grab some gold. We have 1 string. I think that's enough. If we just press these down, we can craft up our very first wrench and our first set of goggles. Yeah, probably should have done this a while ago, but I guess I haven't been doing too much creative things. But let's head into the caves now so I can top up on minerals. I should really make an iron farm soon. Back home, I threw some copper already into the storage because there was so much of it, I don't need it. And let's just blast this up. While that is actually going, we can head outside into the dangerous landscape, down to our crafters, and we should have, yes, 4 crushing wheels. Perfect. I definitely didn't get as much iron as I would have hoped for, but I think it will be enough. First of all, we've got to craft up 32 cauldrons, which is going to eat into the supply. Oh, I had 7 in here. Okay, I could have saved a bit. That's fine. Yeah, I need to make a few plates here. Bunk. Well, it does finish bunking. I guess we can grab the copper we have, and I need to bunk those as well, but it's fine. We can do that in a second. We need a few more iron bars here to make some drains, and we do need to bunk on some copper so that we can get more pipes. Meanwhile, we can craft up our 82 volts, more pipes, and then more pumps. Craft up a bunch of more chests, a bunch of more, yes. Totally what I meant to say. So I need 13 hoppers, and I do have enough for that, but the supply is dwindling. And drill, please. It's 3 andesite alloy, right? Oh, it is. Okay, we can do that. Oh, I have so much andesite alloy in here. I didn't even know. Okay, yeah, we can definitely. Oh, need that. Need andesite casings as well. For now, I think I'm just going to make 2 fluid tanks. I don't really need more backup storage, so that should be fine. And now the scary thing. I'm going to make maybe 5. Or well, it's not really scary. It's just annoying if it fails. Hopefully we can get a little lucky as well and get 5 precision mechanisms. That would be very nice. Ooh, 1. Oh, nope. Okay, I do just need 1 more, or maybe 2 if I want a rotation speed controller as well. Well, I need 3, I mean. I need 2. We have 2, actually. Okay, 3. Can we get the last one? Yes, okay, 4, which means I'll have an extra. 3 up there, casings, 2 of those, and 2 hand. Ah, there we go. I was like, what? And our rotation speed controller. Right, that should be all our concrete components and the final material gathering for today. Whew. Ooh. But the rocks, it's fine. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might texture the rocks in the future, as I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I eventually want to take this hill and transform it into a mountain that probably goes up to around here. And I'm very, very excited for it because it is my first proper mountain build. So I might just wait with texturing the rocks so that I can match the style to that, because I have no idea when that would happen. But something we will do now is build our tough farm, because it's time. It's been a while. And I want to start us off down here and then work ourselves upwards. Okay, I want to get our main vault in, then a barrel in the floor. That's a vault in the floor. Barrel in the floor with a hopper going into that. Then next to this, we can add in a few more barrels, which will add in some hoppers too on the back. Going back and up before we bring ourselves in just a small vault by a 2x2. This one's going to be continued backwards. Already gone 4 blocks, so let's go another 1, 2, 3, and 4. Added on to this system just a little bit to add in an overflow of excess items, and then obviously when this vault overflows, the farm will turn itself off. But I want to just head down here before we continue with the farm and do a little bit of stamstone. Now, didn't really roll off the tongue. Anyways, that doesn't really matter, as we get 1 redstone link in here, get another one over here, and we flip this one, so we do that. This is going to be our on and off switch for our cobblestone farm if it were to overfill. And we need some repeaters there, another one right there. Let's see, redstone torch turning that one or locking that one. Those will extend, and then should be just running redstone into there, and that one's going to be a receiver, which I can't do without totem in my hand, so there we go. Basically what this is a checker. It's a checker if a belt is full, so once an item passes the belt, the farm will lock this repeater, but if an item were to stay on the belt, it will open it up and depower that one, which would turn the cobblestone farm off, which is much simpler than having a threshold switch, considering I was going to switch up the cobblestone to like 4 different outputs. Although I could just have a backup vault. Yeah, it's fine. Let's get back to the farm itself, shall we? Where we add in a chute up here and a smart one. Then also want to add one to this one going up to here. Oh, fell. And then another 2 before we add in our smart chute. This is going to be our excess items like gold nuggets, flint, and clay. Right, we have a few more blocks placed now, and it's actually quite simple. We're going to be getting sand into here, which will be haunted in soul sand, and then washed into quartz and gold. We'll be using the quartz up here, and of course it starts raining now. The quartz will go up here again, and then there will be a crafter up here, which will take diorite across. Actually, it might be easier if I just show the recipe. So we need andesite, cobblestone, and lava. Andesite you make with diorite and cobblestone by just mixing them together. So we're making diorite, we're going to add cobblestone to a basin up here, and we're going to mix that and then transfer it across into a basin over here, which will be making our tuff, which will be taking it over into the storage. I think that makes sense. But there is a reason we made all these cauldrons, and as you saw, we need a bunch of lava. And I think we should be able to just use this. Oh, no, that's the wrong block. Should be able to just use the... Okay, those are too similar. Okay, we should be able to just use this space here to add in, let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I want to add in 30 cauldrons, which is probably most definitely overkill. But maybe we can power a steam engine too. Ooh, steam engine. Get some dripstone in above this. Using a trap door, we can just pop down below. And ouch. We can add in our pointed dripstone here. Add it in just a few blocks here, since that's going to be our outside wall. And then we can take our spruce trap doors and just make the border out of that, which doesn't really make sense considering it's going to be holding lava. But hey, it's Minecraft. And we're also not going to be seeing this area, so it's not like it's going to look really weird. Well, it will still look weird. We'll just not see the weirdness. Before we then go and grab our lava, let's just pop on below these cauldrons and we'll add in our fluid pipes so that we can connect all the lava. I am aware that I could use way less pipes on this. I just didn't because copper really isn't a struggle in this world. But I do want to use a cogwheel right here, and then we'll just run that 2 over and our mechanical pump right here. This will take us neatly into our fluid tank, which continues going up, and I think into the side, something like that makes... yeah, I think so. Because I want the floor level here. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, let's go grab some lava. Got a total of 6 buckets, so it's going to be a few trips, but at least I have 3 to start with. And if I'm not mistaken, if we take a peek at the map, there's a lava lake up here, but there's a big one over here. Let's quickly check the one up on this mountain, since I think it's closer. Oh, here it is. No. Okay, we should have taken the other mountain. That one doesn't have as much powder snow. Oh, we're good. Final 3 buckets. And this should definitely be enough to power a steam engine as well, as I think we need around 16,000 stress units. And according to the Jojo, you only need 2 to get that much SU. So, yeah, it's overkill. But it's fine. A few more things extended up here, but I want to bring in our floor. And this is all going to be, well, covered. Bring it over to this line of components. Actually skip on a few here in the middle. All the way over to our wall. Then let's break out our 2 crushing wheels, which we'll put right here. Gearboxes on those. Can encase that. Now let's see. Vault right here. 1 depot on there and the other one right here. We then want to take up our cogs to this one, but no, that way. Extend this one up 1 further, and then we will do our mechanical crafters right here. We will be making dye right here, so we can accept those 2 and then take items from there, leave them there. Take items from there and leave them here, since, well, it's only going to be 1 item on each belt. We don't have to do any filtering. And then we can just do some andesite casings to just make things a little prettier. Bringing out our basins right over here and some of those on top. And wait, I want to do an input here. Right there. Boom. To hook these up to cobblestone, we'll do some hoppers on the back with just a simple item vault. Then some shafts going up here in the middle into cogwheels powering those. 1, 2, and 3 up before we add in a belt. And I'm realizing now I have way too few shafts. This one's going to go up as well. Same amount of blocks, just to the side, as this is going to be a separate belt. I guess I could have lined these on the same one, but nah. It's fine. Quickly before I do run and grab some shafts though, this is super dangerous when this starts spinning. I did not think about that at all. So I'm just gonna add in a few copycat panels that hopefully will stop me from accidentally going into the crushing wheels. That would not have been good. More shafts acquired. Let's get in our second set of crushing wheels, turning cobblestone into gravel, and then those down there turn gravel into sand. Then with the farm part of the farm actually done, all that is left is to add the cobblestone generator to actually produce the base resource. Of course, this mess of create components can't just be visible, so we need to cover it. I mentioned before that this would be considered the throne room, but instead of a throne, a tough farm. Which honestly, with tough being such a king of a block, it deserves the room. It's definitely looking better, but we gotta address the elephant in the room here and start working on this little basement, which is, well, the storage of the farm. Definitely want to just add in a bit more detail. This should technically go all across, but it's gotta look better on the inside like this, because it won't even be seen from the outside. And the frontier, since it makes sense to defend a castle from this point as well, we're just gonna add in some slots where you could fire arrows from. Got our walls extended up just a little more so that we can start adding in a roof roof in here. Technically, this, I guess, would also be a floor, but I'm not gonna take it that far because, well, I'm not really doing an interior. There's no stairs right here, as I want to extend up the floor level or the roof level. Just one block so that you have space to sit at the arrow holes. I actually don't know what these are called because I'm guessing they have a real name. On the inside, we can just get something like that up to reach them, and then we can do some spruce just to kind of block it off. Right, on top of this again, let's bring in our chisel tuff across. But over here, we'll just actually do every other. Get that in, and then we'll do some upside down stairs here to mark some windows. Where I want to bring up copycat panels for blocks on these. I'm actually missing the blocks I need in these, so right now I'm just placing in the copycat panels, but we'll finish that off before the end of the episode. And we'll get these in right there. Bringing out a few scaffolding here to get some deep slate on, and then we'll just continue up with our tuff. That's cobblestone stamp. Yep, great. Nope, that's coral. On our main wall here, we also want some windows, and I want to bring out some spruce trapdoors up first. Then eventually I want to get an anvil in the middle, but I am so short on iron that I literally don't have it. So we're just gonna have to make do for now. Get some stairs in up here and bring that up. To finish off this window segment, then we'll just bring in the same tuff that we did below, just as a little trim. I've got our walls finished up here now, where I just want to bring in our roof using some deep slate tiles. I very much wanted to go for black roofs for all of these buildings to make it sort of all stick together in a sense. Even though the block palettes vary, the roof color just stays constant. With the two final buildings in, I want to add in a final central tower. Again, same palette from our mud into tuff before a little switch up at the room at the top of the tower before adding in another deep slate tiled roof with some blackstone for texturing. Tower in, and I also got some little decorations in and around just to make it feel, well, I gotta get the chest out of here, but just to make it feel like it's actually people working, living here. And I also added in this little shrine in the wall, which I really like. And I wanted to add a little bit of lore to the world where the people defending this castle are worshipping the color red, as in their beliefs. They believe that red gives them luck on the battlefield. And I just thought that it was a really cool concept to use colors to give yourself luck in certain situations. Like maybe we'll do yellow in the future for farmers to pray for a better harvest. We'll see where we take it, but I'd love to hear your opinions on it. But we do also need to finish off the castle itself, so I need to craft a bunch of coarse dirt, probably more than I needed, but I will use it at some point knowing me. Then yes, I do have enough leftover spruce. Then I want to just bring the pathway through the middle of the bridge here, as well, for me that makes sense. Where I think I want to take it down pretty low, as yeah, we'll do right this level. I think this is good, and I'm not gonna go past it much, but let's do around 5 wide, and then we'll just curve it up and connect it into that path. And I think this is looking pretty good. We just gotta connect it to the terrain around here. I just realized I hadn't finished the tower roof across the dale, so popping up there and using a gradient from blackstone to deep slate bricks with some copper tips. Then, since the tower also was flying in a sense, I'm adding in a few more rock shapes to support it. Definitely looking a lot better, and like I said, I'm gonna continue working and improving the rocks as I work on the mountain range that's gonna be here. But for now, I think our castle is kind of complete. Wait, one thing, the tuff farm isn't on. People have been telling me for ages to just make a steam engine, so it's finally time. 2 steam engines. We're gonna make 2 tier 1 or like 1 blaze burner steam engines. Press up some iron real quick. Make our 2 blaze burners. And oh, I guess we do need a spout. Grabbing these shafts over here. That's definitely gonna be enough. Now just into the nether real quick and fill these 2. See, oh, we got 2 out here. Right, I don't have a shield, so I'm just gonna be burning. Yoink, yoink, bye. Okay, now just where to place this. Easiest would probably be down here. Maybe place the tanks here. Gotta love the bugginess of them. Then we do the blaze burners below. If I were to place a steam engine on this, no, that wouldn't work. That's fine. We'll do it right over here instead. And then we'll do the steam engines out on this side. Yeah, that works. Oh, but you need to be the other way. There we go. Okay. That should mean that the steam engine starts. No, it doesn't. Maybe this gear ratioing will do it. I just want you to start spinning. Oh, it is spinning. Okay, there we go. Then it will automatically restart, hopefully. And it stopped spinning. Why did it stop spinning? What? Now all of a sudden it doesn't have enough water? I guess one pump isn't enough then. Good thing I can make another one. Okay, we're generating 2,000. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to connect it up into there, I guess. By that. Then a rotation, actually not exactly right like that. We're just gonna run that into you, into you, into you. And everything is spinning the right way, I believe, actually. Think so. Which that should still not getting enough water. Oh, right, because this isn't hooked up. I should just be able to do that and flip it. And that should get us lava in here, which should fill up that, which means we're now generating 32,000. Okay, good. Which also means we can boom. Ooh, ooh. I love this so much. I love this part of a project. Okay, those aren't spinning. Interesting. That's not spinning. Okay, we're missing something here. Probably just a shaft. Yep. Right there, I'm gonna guess. That spins. Okay, now we just need to flip a redstone thing. If I just get up here, take this piece of redstone dust, put that right there. Okay, that starts the cobblestone farm. Next phase is definitely going to see sand dropping down here. Okay, well, gravel, I mean, actually. We have cobblestone in these. We have cobblestone in that. We have cobblestone here. Okay, next stage is our quartz here. I guess the arm moving is the next stage. Okay, I do think something's not working down here. Oh, yeah, there we have quartz. It's just not spinning because shaft there. Oh, it's working. Okay, wait, that makes diorite. We have diorite here. We have andesite. We have top. Run. Yes! And we have byproducts? We do have byproducts as well. Nice. Oh, yes, let's go. Woo. Oh, that's amazing. It's all working. Ah, fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Right. Well, with our farm working, that means that this entire castle is completed. I will be doing a few renovations in the future, mainly fixing up the rocks and maybe some vegetation around the outside. But for today, I am so pleased with this. I've got to say, this is 100% the best castle I've ever built in Minecraft. And if you also think that this is an amazing looking castle, then consider leaving a like and subscribing as it helps me out a ton. But thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.